What's going on, guys? Your boy Jermane'S Views, and I'm back at it again. I'm in the mobile studio, the car, of course. A lot been going on, and I just wanna touch a few topics. You understand? Boy, this is getting crazy. So, Nana Kuku and my boy Auston. Well, not my boy Auston, because I don't really know Auston from anywhere, but somebody I follow. But Auston, Holleman and Nana Cook have been going at it for a while now. So, I've been following the whole Passport Boys situation, and one of the most infamous Passport Boy of them all was arrested in Brazil a few months back. I think it was in December 2025. Floyd Wallace Jr. was arrested there for some really dirty stuff, man. Really, really dirty stuff. He really make the Passport Boy movement on edge. And, the Passport Boy movement have been getting a lot of attention ever since from authorities in Brazil, Colombia, and the wider geographical region ever since. And there are pictures surfacing where my man, I'm gonna keep saying my man, Auston Holleman, was with him. And a lot of people on social media right now are bashing Auston Holleman because of that, because for some reason or another, they are saying that Auston is some way associated with the kingpin, Floyd Wallace Jr., and he's a kingpin of, well, allegedly he was arrested for, because I was following the story last year, allegedly he was arrested for I think it was pedophilia and some child sexual stuff, whatever. I'm not too quite certain about it, but I've seen pictures surfacing with Auston and him, and people bashing Auston and about what actually he was doing down there. And also my man Auston was crashing out over a video about for example, he wanted like middleman a real estate deal, and I guess people wasn't with it, so he was crashing out over it and saying, he's gonna set people up, or he's gonna get some goon and all type of stuff. But I think he took down that video, but people still remember it and people still have footage of it. But my thing is, this is my thing in this whole situation, right? My thing in this whole situation is, bro, if you're clean, and if you're, because the whole Passport Boy movement is a movement I don't think is going to die. And a whole lot of guys right now, especially in the States, are aspiring to be Passport Boys, because they just want to travel the world and just clap cheeks from all over and just get money and spend money and document their lifestyle while they're doing it. However, the authorities are being smart, especially in some of these places where sex tourism is a thing. And well, I'm referring to like South America, where sex tourism is a thing. And because some of you boys going down there with US dollars, and guys from Canada do it too, and even Europe, you guys are pricing out, the locals who are engaging in sex tourism. So the local men down there, they cannot, they can't clap any cheeks because you guys are pricing them out. So that's one thing the Colombian authorities are looking at. I was watching a live the other day. I think the guy was Homie Hub, and he had a white guy on, and the white guy apparently helping the mayor down there in I think it was Medellin, to really find some of these passport boys, report them to immigration, and actually get them deported. You understand? So let's pivot back to Auston, pretty much. So I've been watching Auston for a bit now, and he made some changes. He used to travel way more frequently, and you know, going to like different places and like, you know, stopping around here and there. But I think he's ready to settle down now. And why is he ready to settle down now? I don't know. He found a nice girl, and he's probably gonna get married or whatever. But one thing I've noticed, I haven't seen him return to Brazil in a while now, and I don't know. So if everyone is calling him out, why don't you return to Brazil? If there's not any warrants or the authorities don't want you down there, like you should return to Brazil, bro, to redeem your name, like, you know, and stop having all these content creators bashing you for alleged crimes you may or may not have done, or, you know, you should return to Brazil, man, just to redeem your name and redeem yourself, bro, because it is crazy out here. For your name to be surfacing and for your name to be associated with some crazy stuff is not a good look. It's not a good look, bro. And I've been watching you for a while, and you know, you have done some tremendous stuff. You teach me a whole lot, man. Like, you know, I recently traveled to Bali, and some of the stuff that I did there, you know, in order how to get around and stuff, is what I saw on your channel. And you know, you pointed out some stuff where you should do, how you should move around, and etc. You know, I really get really get some ideas from you in terms of when I'm traveling and where I go. But full disclosure, though, I'm not a passport boy, so you know, I don't go around looking to clap cheeks and document that or whatever it is. You know, I just travel. I just like to travel. But even the authorities in Bali and Southeast Asia, they are catching on to this trend now, and I don't know, they're trying to limit the amount of nomads coming in, or passport boys, and they're trying to like have them apply for some crazy ass visas. Not crazy ass visas. I think it's the EG33 visa in Indonesia, for them to come in just to really shoot content and, you know, document their stuff and clap cheeks or whatever it is and make money or whatever. But people are catching on to this trend, and one thing that I noticed with some of these dudes too, for example, the Floyd dude, the Floyd Wallace Jr., he was notorious for documenting some crazy ass gross stuff. And when you travel to some of these countries, yo, you gotta take that American mentality out of your system, yo, because that just blow your ego, and you could, you know, because you're getting the money, you're making the money, you know, having girls, multiple girls and stuff, like, you know, you're under the microscope. So, and some of the local guys, they don't like that type of stuff, because again, you're pricing them out the market, especially in places like South America, where sex tourism is crazy. Sex tourism is their bread and butter down there, and you know, they just involved in that whole thing. They're gonna be priced out the market. You dig? So y'all making it bad for yourselves, man. Y'all making it bad for yourselves. So dudes like Nana, who, you know, trying to expose, I don't know. I think the beef between Nana and Auston is deeper, though. I don't know, man. What's up, Nana? What's the beef with you and this dude, yo? Like, what's really going on? Are you just trying to expose him for something, or or what is it, yo? Is it personal? What's going on, man? I think Nana was watching now, but what's going on? Let me know in the comment, Nana. What is the beef between you and this dude? You're just exposing him for what? Or is it more personal? Well, it's not only you exposing this dude either. So I have to be thinking twice, yo. Like, because I've seen other creators and the YouTube platform, like, yo, exposing him for some shit he did or whatever it is, or crashing out, or his GoFundMe stuff that they're saying is a scam. But yo, I can't wrap my head around it, yo. This dude just was, yo, I don't know. I don't know what to believe, yo, honestly. That's why I'm saying to him right now, like, yo, if, what Nana said, I gave him a way out. Yeah, I'm driving, I can't even see that shit, but he has a long history. He have a long history of fraud. I don't know. But it's not only you, bro. I've seen other guys like at him too. So I'm wondering what the hell is going on. You know, like, what up? You know, like, because if you're saying you have a long history, I gave him a way out to take down the scam. Oh, so you have a, oh, okay. So his thing is scamming. But my guy has a course though. He has a course, and you know, he was saying like people paying him $300 an hour to really learn how to live the digital nomad lifestyle, and how to really earn money and get money while abroad and stuff like that. He's saying he's getting bread, and people, you know, paying him to learn all of that stuff. But I never know he was involved in such. I was just watching your stuff, man, and other guys, I'm saying, like, other guys been at him too for a minute. Like, yo, this is wild in a way, because I never understand that it was this crazy. You understand? I think he was a legit dude, yo. Like, I really looked up to him as a legit dude. I really do look up to him as a legit dude. Like, yo, he's out there. He had a crazy viral video. That's when I catch on to him, and then his thing get crazy, and then he start making more and more content and traveling, and you know, I think his initial viral video was about. Initially, he was talking about dating women in America and outside of America, and how women in like Brazil and those places, because he was in Brazil for a period of time too. Like, you know, you get better reception from women in Brazil and South America. So I was like, all right, I'm watching this dude, and he's doing his thing and he's going on. But after a while, he branched out and started doing his courses and different stuff, you know. But now I'm getting to understand he want to set up some barbering school over there in Africa. I guess that's where the fraud is coming from, right? And the GoFundMe stuff. And I was recently watching your thing, a live you did, and you were like, yo, I think where was Auston? In Malaysia? Or I think it was in Malaysia. And I guess someone broke into his apartment there, his Airbnb, and stole his laptop, and he stole a bunch of cameras, all his equipment and stuff like that. Apparently, you're saying that was a fraud too, right? That was a scam to have his supporters, to have his viewers. What is it? It's all. Oh, crazy! For real? That's crazy. What you're saying now, when he said he lost somebody stole all his stuff, that was all a lie, right? He was just trying to finesse people for them to send him money, right? Bro, shit. Yo, I legit watching that dude, like, yo, I would say, and that's why I'm intrigued by the story too, by everything and by everyone coming down at him, because, like, yo, I watched for the week, for all the time I spend on YouTube watching YouTube, he probably take up a majority of the time. Cause I watch this dude a lot, yo. I watch this dude a lot, and that's why I'm intrigued by the story. Cause I was like, yo, that can't be my dude. They're saying like doing all this shit, yo. In Malaysia, yeah, that's where it was, in Malaysia, right? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But though, yeah, he do make good content, but he switched up for a while now, because what I'm getting to understand too with the content creation thing, I think YouTube is flagging this, like how to hook up, like, the content about how to hook up with women in other countries and stuff like that. I think YouTube is flagging that. They're flagging that. They don't want to promote stuff like that on the platform anymore. So people who, like, all those passport boys and stuff, like, they're pivoting to other, like, teaching content, like, hey, this is how you travel, this is how you do, So I think YouTube is flagging that, because that's what he used to do. Make content, travel content about hooking up with women and stuff like that. So those content used to be good. So they realized that they're not getting the views that they used to get. So YouTube is flagging all of that stuff, and now they pivoting to something else. But yo, yeah, he made good content, and I watched that dude a whole lot, man. So that's why I took the story up, and I'm trying to dig deeper into this shit, because like I can't believe that my guy. I think I even not in this time, but not when his laptop was stolen, but I sent him a few super chats sometime when he was live. Yeah, one time he was like at a creator meetup somewhere in Malaysia, and I sent him a super chat. That's how, one or two or three other times before I sent him a super chat. That's how I used to watch this dude. I was like, all right, my guy's out there traveling, enjoying himself. Like, his content is good, so let me support his movement. You know what I mean? But I never know that. But he need to redeem himself, though. If when I went on his live the other day, I saw that he was responding to you and stuff like that. But if what you're saying and what other people are saying is a freaking lie, then he need to redeem himself. Like, and one way I think my man can redeem himself is to book a trip with him and his girl to Brazil, and yeah, because once you go through immigration, if your name is in the system wanted for association with Floyd or whatever, then they're gonna hold you back. But if not, you're gonna go through. So that's one way my man can redeem himself. Book a trip to Brazil, man. Get on with it. Book a trip to Brazil. That's what you need to do. Book a trip to Brazil. And also, if he's building that school or whatever he's saying he's doing, he should definitely show some architectural plans or the blueprint or whatever. He's gonna construct a school, right? That's what he says he's gonna do, like build a school, a barbering school or something. So you should show people a plan and stuff like that, because it's not fair when so much dirt is on your name, bro. Like, it's crazy. And that's one of my favorite YouTuber, man. That, like, I can't believe my guy has so much dirt on his shit. So yeah, he need to book a damn trip to Brazil and show us some damn blueprints for that. He has no visas to do business in Kenya. Oh wow. Oh, so that's the thing. You have to have a visa to do business. Oh, I think you could just. Well, that's naive to think you could just go there as a foreigner and you just go do shit. But okay, so yeah, oh yeah, just like how. So all right, I was in Bali a few weeks ago, right? And I was talking to this dude, and he's from where he's from again? I think he's from Florida. He said, and he said to me like, "Yo, So I was like, "Yo, how long you been here?" And it was like, "Yo, 15 years ago I took a 3 weeks vacation, and I'm still here." So he was like, "Yeah, he runs a bar, he runs like a nightclub, and he has a villa and stuff like that." And I was like, "So how you how you get the legal paperwork and stuff like that, And he was like, "Yo, I have a partner here. I'm still like," he was like, "Yo, if I leave right now and to come back to Bali, it will be crazy difficult to come back." So I was like, "Oh, so you can't do anything." So that makes sense what you're saying. So, okay. So his girl could be his partner. So if you have a partner there, like, I don't know, his girl is from Kenya? I'm not even sure, yo. But, oh, so you do have to have some visas to do some business there. That really makes sense, because my dude in Bali was telling me that, "Yo, I have a partner, I don't really," because he went in like on a regular visa over there in Bali, and he just like stayed and shit. Yeah. Oh shit, $100,000 to get invest. Oh shit. Damn, that's a bag, yo. That's a bag. $100,000 to get a investment visa. That's a bag. That's a real bag. Oh, his girl is from Namibia, and they are not married. Oh, okay. That's a bag though, to just get an investment visa. Shit, probably that's what my man is working on with his GoFundMe and shit. Who knows, man? Shit. Yeah, but it's just wild how you never know what's really going on. But what do you think, bro? He need to redeem himself though, right? He need to redeem himself though. We like to see him book a trip to Brazil. And this is not, I'm not attacking this dude, because as I said, this is one of my favorite YouTube. I've been subscribed to this dude since like 2023, I believe. I was watching him since 2023 or 2022, right after COVID, around that time, while I was home, just chilling at home, just watching YouTube, and I was planning to do some traveling around that time too, because that's how I get to start watching him, because he'd been traveling. I was like, oh shit, damn, what it likes to go to South America. And he was in Rio, I think, and I was watching this dude. I was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna plan my shit to Rio, and so that's how it's put on to him. Not because I want to, watch him and go down to Rio, could clap cheeks or whatever. I was just bored at home, bro. I was like, that damn. Some places are opening back up, so I wanted to just travel. So that's how I get on to start watching my dude, and ever since, I've seen him. But yeah, he needs to redeem himself, my guy. Yeah. Shit, for real? Yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Yo, my guy Auston, if you're watching, you need to redeem yourself, dog. He haven't been back to the States in a while, because I haven't seen him post to the States neither. Like, like you have to start putting the pieces together. Does Brazil and the States have any like extradition treaty or something like that? Or because my man haven't been back to the state. Wow, it's suicidal. Oh, he had bad spending habits. Yeah, a lot of these. That's true, my guy. Yo, a lot of these YouTubers, like, a lot of them do, yo. A lot of them do, because they be, they be paying to clap cheeks, yo. Well, for him, I know he has a girl, so I'm not saying him, but, like, a lot of them who go down there to Colombia, Brazil, Panama, they be paying to clap cheeks down there. That's what they be doing. So they go on live and, go on live and go make content and make this money and, beg for super chats just to get money to clap cheeks. You're right. Bad spending habit. Take these girls out and clubs, spending money, partying, drinking, party. You know the ropes. A lot of them are bad spending habits because they're trying to clap cheeks. You're right. Definitely they have bad spending habits. So they always out of money. Always out of money, yo. But that's how it is, though, man. But I think I saw another dude ranking on him too. I forgot the name of the other dude, but Nana, you and him, you yo, you'll be exposing the files, bro. You'll be dropping the files. You'll be dropping the files, man. But let's see how long this go for. If he's gonna definitely come forward or stop what he's doing. If what he's alleged of doing is, he's gonna stop. I don't know, but let's see what's gonna happen, yo. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I just can't believe the stuff, though, man. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it because, one, he presents himself to be very legitimate, and I know he's a barber because that's what he used to do before because he used to make videos of cutting hair and stuff too. Because while I started watching him, I went back into his old videos, and he used to have some videos of cutting hair. So the barber story and the barber school sounds legitimate because that's what he do. But think about it, yo. Like, I never been on the continent of Africa before neither, so I can't really speak of something I don't know of. But yo, in Africa, just looking from the outside in, some of them dudes over there have some different hairstyle, they have some different cut. Some of them have dreads, some of them like wear their hair like nappy, for example, some South Africans, so I don't know, bro. I don't know. In Kenya, I don't know. But Kenya is a really Nairobi, especially Nairobi, is a really developing hub too. Because now I was reading something that, yo, they want people like Auston over there. They want digital nomads. They want people like them to come in and develop their tech hub. Because Kenya is trying to pivot from that's what I was reading, and try to pivot from what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to pivot away from natural geographic tourism and pivot into like digital tourism, attract people who are interested in tech. You know what I mean? Because right now, most of the we all balled out here by 40. For real? Damn. That's like a black man genetics there. Most of us. My dad is the same. But yeah, I was watching something. I was trying to say Kenya, they trying to pivot away from pivot away from tourism and into more tech tourism and attract, they want people like him over there you know, and people who are digital nomads who do content online and etc. etc. to come in and stay. So he's been there for a while though. He's been on and off, on and off, on and off for a while. So I don't know. Maybe my man is working on his investment visa. Who knows, man? But that's it, my guy. That's it, my guy. I just can't believe my dude name is calling on so much bullshit. You know, but you never know people, man. You never know people. But yo, that's it, man. I gotta check in with you, Nana, next time you're on the live, my guy. And you know, could chop it up, man. That's it, my guy. So I'm gonna be out for now, you know. I'm not a passport boy. You see, I work. I'm just coming from work. I'm in my mobile studio, you know. I don't ask people for money. I don't travel the world to clap cheeks. You know what I mean? I travel though, but I don't travel to clap cheeks. Whenever I travel, it's me and my lady traveling. You can look at my videos and see it's me and my lady traveling. We don't travel. I don't travel to go clap cheeks, man. You know, I just travel to get the experience and travel to, you know, so bless up, guys. Thanks for watching, whoever was watching. Please remember, like for the YouTube algorithm, share and comment, subscribe. And my guy in the comments, appreciate you, man, for giving me some insight into this story. Nana Kwaku. Bless up, bro. See you next time, my guy. Next time you're live, I'm gonna come on and, you know, send me a link next time you're live, bro. You understand? And I come on and we share something, all right?